Hi, I'm Natalie.
And I'm Miguel. Welcome to our channel. We are brother and sister, and we have been taking you on virtual tours through different towns in Malaga, Spain. So far, we have visited Torremolinos and Fuengirola, giving you some information about the different places.
During the recordings, we've been wearing our masks on the street due to circumstances. But as we've been editing the videos, we've noticed that the audios weren't that great and they were a bit muffled. So today we're trying it differently and we're recording in a different setting. And with all this said, where is it we're going to today?
Well, Natalie, today we're going to be taking you to Mijas Pueblo. Maybe you've heard of it, as it is famously known for its donkeys or for being a typical Spanish whitewashed village. And if you haven't heard about Mijas, keep watching and you will soon find out about it. We are going to show you around and give you an insight of the different places you could visit, and give you a taster of what to expect if you visit Mijas Pueblo, with its squares, churches, streets, and of course, its amazing lookout points.
Let's get started then.
Mijas Pueblo is situated on the side of one of the many beautiful mountains of the Sierra de Mijas, around 428 meters above sea level. Its rather elevated position gave it an enormous strategic advantage for the defence of the area in past times. Known originally as Tanisa or Tamina in Roman times and then as Mixa under Arab ruling. When the Spanish reconquered the town mid-15th century, they renamed the place as Mijas, what it is today.
One of the main issues about visiting a small village might be finding a place to park. But here in Mijas you don't need to worry about that, because for the price of €1, you can leave your car in the main parking lot for the whole day. And just above it, you will find the Mijas Tourism Office. In Mijas there are two panoramic lifts, one located by the main parking lot and the other one is in the main square, which will lead you to Avenida del Compás. La Plaza Virgen de la Peña is one of the main squares in Mijas. It covers the distance from the tourism office at one end all the way to the bars and restaurants at the other end, where you can enjoy a peaceful meal. The square has been named after the patroness of Mijas, whose image was found in a chapel carved out of the rock. The square has been adapted just for pedestrians since 2016. It has numerous benches, fountains, and is decorated with colourful flowers and shady trees. Also, is where you will find the well-known burro taxis and horse and carriages. In this square, there are many events that take place, such as the Christmas market and flamenco shows amongst others. But that's not all. You will also find small stalls where you can buy almendras garrapiñadas. This is traditional from Mijas, and basically what it is almonds stirred with sugar and water.
Mijas is famously known for its burro taxis. The origin of this initiative dates back to the 60s, when the first tourists visiting the village would ask to have a photo taken or to have a ride on the donkeys of the workers who were returning home after work. The villagers realised that the tips they received from the tourists were usually higher than their salaries, giving place to the idea of the burro taxi, which has become one of the main tourist attractions in Mijas. Today, you can still take a ride on the donkeys through the village, or if preferred, another option to get to know the village is by taking a tuk-tuk.
The Chapel of Virgen de la Peña is situated next to the panoramic lookout point of El Compás. It was carved into the rock in the 17th century by Carmelite monks. Inside the chapel, you will find the image of the Virgin of the Rock, the patroness saint of Mijas. The legend has it that she was discovered in 1586 by two shepherd children who were guided to the place by a dove. The Mijas Miniatures Museum, known as El Carromato de Max, is a building that replicates the original all-wooden wagon that once housed the museum's collection. Today, the museum holds around 360 pieces of art, which in some cases, materials such as school chalk, soap, a pin, amongst others have been used as canvases for miniature paintings and carvings.
Moving on to La Plaza de la Libertad, you will find the old town hall building, which is now home to El Museo Popular. Visitors can see the old kind of tools, utensils and machines that locals used to use in their day-to-day work, as farmers, fishermen and labourers.
If you saw our walking virtual tour streamed earlier this week, you will know who has a special place in this museum. Why not check out our video and leave us a comment here if you know the answer? One of the main streets that connects to Plaza de la Libertad is Calle San Sebastián. This street is one of the most picturesque and photographed in Mijas, with its typical Mejenian look. At the beginning of Calle San Sebastián, just opposite the Museo Popular and on the corner of Plaza de la Libertad, is La Iglesia de San Sebastián. Although small and simple, this beautiful 17th century church has immaculate white walls and several images in its interior, as well as mural paintings of angels.
Strolling through the peaceful village of Mijas Pueblo, you will be able to walk through its many narrow streets and admire the whitewashed houses that contrast with the colourful flowers and plant pots on their walls. But that's not all, as in some of these streets, you will be able to browse through a good selection of typical Mijas ceramic and leather shops, as well as plenty of souvenir shops.
The next area we are going to tell you about is found on the highest part of the village. It's where the original settlement of Mijas used to be, surrounded by the reconstructed old Arab fortress walls. That used to protect this part of the village. From that time, there is still one of the towers that in recent years has been reconstructed. Some of the sides of the walls are used for climbing. Today this area is one of the prettiest lookout points on the Costa del Sol. It offers a botanical route, designed to have flowers on show throughout the whole year. It's an idyllic place to have a seat in a shady corner, take in the breathtaking views and enjoy the fresh breeze that flows in through the botanical gardens.
In this area you can visit La Iglesia de la Inmaculada Concepción, which began to be built in the second half of the 16th century, on top of the ruins of the old mosque and castle, and was finished in 1631. The church was built adjoining to the Torre de la Vela, which became its bell tower. This tower used to be the tower of the old castle, which was used as a shelter by the Mijas villagers in times of pirate attacks. In 1992, Reformation works were carried out, and it was then that 8 paintings of apostles were discovered on the columns of the church, dated back to 1632. In the midst of the gardens and built into the fortress walls is the open-air auditorium, where many cultural events take place.
This outstanding bullring, built in the year 1900, blends in with its surroundings like another whitewash wall village house. Its most remarkable feature is its oval shape. one of a few in Spain. The first bullfighting event in Mijas took place on the 8th of September of the year 1900. Since then, there has been hundreds of young bull running events, where the bull was taken from one side of town, through its streets, to the bull ring. But today, there are no longer these running events. The building holds a bullfighting museum which can be visited. And if you're looking to escape the noise and you love hiking and being surrounded by nature,
the mountain slopes of the Sierra de Mija offer several hiking routes of different levels of difficulty for you to enjoy.
And this is where today's tour comes to an end. We hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to share and subscribe.
Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and God bless. Bye!